In the eerie country of Melkat, a mad scientist named Dr. Victor Kessler conducted sinister experiments in his hidden laboratory. Obsessed with creating a revolutionary blood medicine, he secretly used unsuspecting humans as his test subjects. Little did he know that his experiments would go horribly wrong, resulting in grotesque mutations and the creation of bloodthirsty monsters. As time went on, whispers began to spread throughout the nearby towns. People claimed to hear strange noises emanating from the depths of the forest, where Dr. Kessler's laboratory was hidden. The tortured screams and desperate cries of the failed experiments echoed through the night, haunting the dreams of those who dared to listen. However, no one could pinpoint the exact location of the laboratory. The survivors of Dr. Kessler's experiments roamed the woods, their twisted forms lurking in the shadows. Some had managed to break free from their captivity, but nobody knew from where they originated. Fear gripped the hearts of the inhabitants, as they wondered if these monstrous creatures would ever find a way to escape the confines of the forest. Recognizing the growing danger, the Order of the New World, a group dedicated to protecting survivors and restoring peace, decided to take action. They gathered the remaining people on the island, forming a community in a safe haven, far away from the horrors of the forest. Their goal was to make the island a sanctuary, a place where survivors could live without fear of the monsters that lurked in the darkness. Despite their efforts, danger still lurked in the woods. The Order of the New World knew that there were malicious individuals who had taken advantage of the chaos. These criminals, driven by their own twisted desires, roamed the outskirts of the safe haven, preying on the vulnerable. As the survivors settled into their new lives, they were constantly reminded of the lurking threat. The phrase "eyes up" became a mantra, a reminder to always be vigilant and aware of their surroundings. It was a saying passed down from generation to generation, a reminder of the horrors that lay just beyond the safety of their community. One day, while patrolling the perimeter of the safe haven, a young woman named Emily stumbled upon a hidden entrance to Dr. Kessler's laboratory. Her heart raced as she realized the true extent of the horrors that had been unleashed. She knew she had to warn the others, to let them know that the monsters were not confined to the woods. Emily rushed back to the safe haven, her breath ragged and her eyes wide with fear. She relayed her discovery to the leaders of the Order of the New World, who immediately mobilized their forces. The survivors armed themselves, ready to face the unspeakable horrors that awaited them within the laboratory. As they ventured into the depths of Dr. Kessler's lair, the survivors were met with a nightmarish scene. The failed experiments, now grotesque and monstrous, lunged at them from the shadows. The air was thick with the stench of blood and decay, as the survivors fought for their lives. In a desperate battle, the survivors managed to destroy the remaining experiments and dismantle Dr. Kessler's laboratory. The horrors of his twisted experiments were finally put to rest, and the survivors could breathe a sigh of relief. However, the scars of their ordeal would forever remain. The survivors knew that the evil that had been unleashed could never truly be eradicated. As they returned to their safe haven, they remained ever vigilant, knowing that lurking in the woods were still those who wished to exploit the chaos for their own gain. And so, the island of Melkat became a place of constant vigilance, where the horrors of the past served as a reminder to always keep their eyes up. The survivors lived on, united by their shared trauma, determined to never let the darkness consume them again.